Paris saw the return of the Yellow Vests movement on Saturday as hundreds marched through the capital to mark 7 years since the protests first erupted over fuel taxes. Demonstrators in high-visibility vests chanted, waved French flags and carried signs declaring, "Let's get rid of Macron, and we won't give up," reflecting persistent economic frustration. The renewed mobilization underscored lingering anger over living costs, low wages, and what protesters describe as government indifference. Many marchers stressed that despite fading from global headlines, the movement never disappeared. It only simmered. Longtime protest figure Jerome Rodrigues said the original revolt represented a fight that failed to oust President Emmanuel Macron, but succeeded in awakening political consciousness among thousands. Footage shows demonstrators reclaiming that message on Paris streets.
The Yellow Vests movement represented many things. A fight that remained in vain despite everything. You saw we did not achieve our objective, which was to make Macron leave. We achieved other objectives, that is to say, to awaken the conscience of quite a few people. I see it every day in the street with the people I have had the opportunity to meet, who have realized that there is something wrong in this country. But then there is a form of disempowerment. That is to say that you have many people who will wait for others to do it for them.
Another protester, Josiane, argued that the movement proved a revolt is always possible, and insisted France's deeper problem is not Macron alone, but capitalism itself. She said billionaires and financial elites actually rule the world, with presidents acting merely as their representatives.
It's important because it shows that a revolt is always possible, and that if a revolt goes all the way, it can win, it can overthrow the government. It's happened several times in history, and why not? Now, it's true that 7 years later, the police, the gendarmerie, in short, all the forces of repression, have had time to organize themselves in relation to the movement. There has been a lot of repression, and that has inevitably extinguished many embers, unfortunately.
Marchers echoed similar sentiments. Olivier said, Macron is not the real problem, and called for structural reforms, including a public finance audit and a national referendum mechanism allowing citizens to remove presidents who failed to deliver their promises.
On whether Macron should be ousted as president, French. Well, yes, France should rise up against Macron, but against capitalism in general. Macron is just a puppet. He's a representative of finance and billionaires. They're the ones who actually rule us, who rule the world.
The Yellow Vests first rose in 2018, after the Macron government proposed a fuel tax increase that would hit rural and low-income households the hardest. The movement quickly expanded to broader grievances over inequality and living conditions. While the government suspended and later cancelled the tax hikes and introduced measures for low-income workers, Saturday's march suggests the underlying anger remains and that the Yellow Vests' defiance still resonates 7 years on.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to Mirror Now.